Hi, this is Hojun Chang. Okay, let's talk about the Dante and Brooklyn 2 board and the Behringer. Okay, in less than about a week. Okay, there's a small number of people in the whole world. Maybe I guess like about hundreds or a little more up and down. Was kind of they're really into the this topic since my uploading the video and share it to the certain communities. There's a two wing communities, and people just many people, almost all people that wrote the replies or like thumbs up, and well, they're like their cheers, and they seems like appreciated what I did. But there's a couple of guys, or 3 or 4 guys, who was so negative about this whole thing, and they just keep, yeah. I trust. No, I respect their opinions, but there is a way to express that themselves. Well, in the English, right? I'm not native English speaker, so I have a limitation of my wording and understanding. But it seems kind of unfair things going on, and all of a sudden, like one community based on the U.S., they kicked me out without any explanation or even warning, because I think it was operated by the one big online shopping mall. So I guess they have a policy that some kind of dealers or some sales related things could be banned, but they gotta explain to me or warn me for the words or the articles that I put in. It was totally just information sharing, because that's the main reason that a community exists, right? Anyway, so that's the I'm not just giving a big thought about those. Okay, that's that. So okay, just as you see the video below, and also you guys already watch it, I guess, and even the Behringer, the official Behringer YouTube account, leave a comment to my video, and they're not really negative about video, and they support all the things that could be done by the users, because this is the open society that we living in, and the whole the technique will be just keep developing, right, on their way. That matters. So anyway, we already know about what the Dante is, right? Just in case you guys have no clue about Dante. Well, there is all the good articles and good online free courses, so you can just try to dig it. Because if you are in the audio business in this century, you gotta know Dante. Yeah, it was a small company back in about a decade ago, like 10 years ago, but suddenly it's like over 100 or 200 companies in the world that related to the audio business. They are licensed partners to the Ordinate. It was really good. Okay, so the Dante is just a protocol that people can use the basic network, the TCP/IP based, the normal like LAN networks that we have at home or office or all the places, internet. Okay, so we use that network to use audio transmission, and it's like uncompressed and really low latency. So it's like if it's like up the network, then unlimited numbers of the audio sharing that we can do. It's like the based on the gigabit network, it's 512 channels in and 512 channels out. So the total about 1024 channels will be exist in the audio network within with the Dante protocol and using just one LAN cable. Redundancy, there's a two cable and two switches just in case someone just pulling off the one cable, and just audio system will not affect from that accident. You just keep running, and it is just think about like you have a house of worship and you have like hundreds of audio cables and running. One time the Willow Creek Church in Chicago, they built the whole new sanctuary about what 15 years ago, something like that. They use like hundreds of cables in the whole sanctuary, hundreds of cables. Thick. The not just the basic microphone cables. They have a big core of multi-core cables running in all over the places. But not these days. We only need just redundancy, 2 LAN cables per each equipment, and it doesn't need to be like everything. We all know the star or P2P connections, right? So it can be just within the network, and better to go with just Dante network only network. So people cannot just getting into search Google or something like that. Okay, so that's really remarkable things in these days. So nice, right? And also there's like really less problem on the old ways, like grounding things or like shielding and all the noise, and we got to think about the ground group and whole other things. But in this audio, the Dante or this network cables, it doesn't exist, that thing, and also really convenient. Okay, anyway, so that's the Dante. And the Ordinate company, they developed the technology, and they are the only company that supply the Brooklyn board or some other chipsets or some other technology that relate to the Dante techniques. So the other company has a license to use this board to communicate with their own mixers and amps and speakers and whole other things. So Dante is just a protocol that people uses, industry uses for about a decade. Okay. So the main thought I had to put the Brooklyn board inside of the wing is that I'm basically the environment, I only need the USB, but I do have some recording possibilities with the Dante, because I showed the DMB, the Dante box, right? Okay, so we can just use as the audio I/O or interface to the recording systems. So that's really convenient way to do. So I was worried about the Wing Dante card right there, right? The one that we this one, the Wing Dante card. It was announced about last year. And also when the Wing console they introduced, there was a video and they have a clear shot of the internal slot that they just the mini PCI format. Okay, so. And also there was a Brooklyn board within. I thought that's the made by Behringer, and just forgot about it like whole year. Okay, and just waited. Okay, sometime soon the Dante option will be available, but just keep just waited, and it seems like Behringer had like not really a big interest to go with Dante. Well, they do have AES-50, the kind of competitor to the Dante protocol. So AES-50 is not a bad protocol. It's a really nice one. And there's a good and bad and cons and pros, right? On either side. So I'm not talking about those. And also I'm a big fan of Behringer, and I made her I'm just amazed by what they did. So I hope that they just keep building it. Okay, so I have a good relationship with the local distributor, and also when I was in the US for 20 years, and I was a dealer. Okay, I sell the X32 and whole turbo sound and Midas things. So I have a good relationship with Behringer, I think, and yeah, the local companies, yeah, in US and Korea. Okay. Anyway, so it's like basically I found some guys who did put the Brooklyn board into the wing and they succeeded. However, it was like 8x8, so it's kind of worthless. So USB interfacing is 48x48. So Dante 8x8 seems kind of nothing, right? Okay, so and I just tried to get the Brooklyn board, and I couldn't find it. And Sweetwater, they sells for about $550 for the Avid branded. Avid, for their equipment. It's the same Brooklyn board, and well, I don't think there is like a written Avid logo on it. It's just a Brooklyn board, and freshed by there was a BIOS that can fresh the branding, and when you put it and when you see it from the Dante controller software, there will be a brand name, and just like mine, it says Kavik, the Korean company that who partner with the Ordnate and making a great Dante product here, and sells to the Europe and other countries too. Okay. Anyway, so I tried to get the board, but it's kind of expensive, right? $500 something. And also, so I thought about so same Brooklyn card. So Yamaha makes NY60-2, no, that's D. Okay, the card also has the same Brooklyn board, and it was on the market for years. As soon as they introduced Yamaha TF series console, the NY64D card is mandatory things to do with their own TIO interface box or even RIO, all of those things. So it was kind of challenging things, and also the Dante wing introduced, and it is used the same Brooklyn 2 board. So I was thought about, I'm gonna try. Like I said, I tried to find it, but I cannot find it because in the eBay there was 8x8, and sometimes some other guy just who sold some other things, but it's not quite sure if it's working or not. It's like it's just a part. It is a part. Okay. So anyway, I had a meeting with the president and the CTO in Kavik last week. So we talk about the other things like developing and R&D and what other things. But all of a sudden I was thought about this Brooklyn board, and they said that they do have bunch. So I'm gonna try it. So they sent me one. So I just that's the video that you guys already saw. So it's like I put it, and without any thing, it's just the Dante, the icon is enabled, and I was able to configure through the Dante control app, and just as you saw from my several videos, there was in and out without any problems. The one that I made last night, I was actually checking the latency timing, and also several things, and working really good. It's like whole new life to the wing. Okay, so if I own the Behringer, I have a AES 50 protocol. Behringer already developed so many things through the Midas turbo sound and Behringer, and many things, and that's the main protocol that Behringer uses. Dante is option for the other market. So I hope Behringer will do a little bit more on that Dante things, because there's a whole lot of places that are already run by the Dante, like CL5 by Yamaha, or QL series or TF. So they have a Rio and TO and whole other Dante network, the environment, and all of a sudden they did have only choice to go with Yamaha, but once they found out the wing, and there was a lot of possibilities. Like I said, like I showed the on another video, like the 4 master buses. It is an amazing thing to have. So it's like, okay, so there's like a whole new market. So if Behringer sees the video, well, they already know this, but yeah, that's the whole new market to go with. Whole new venues that they can just get in with their existing compatibility, Dante, right? So I think that's another thing. But in the business wise, well, the Brooklyn card was releasing like years ago, and like I said, there was a Brooklyn card on their wing introduction video. So I just wonder why the whole year long wait, and we're not sure when the actual Dante wing card or the internal card will show up, because the fire in AKM factory in Japan last October that damages like whole audio industries. The ADA, DAC, ADC, yeah, DAC chips and whole things kind of really like dragging, right? So everything has no guarantee. It will come, but ETA is TBA, yeah, to be announced later. It's like every time I go to the Dorman or some other website, it says 5 to 6 weeks, 5 to 7 weeks. Well, they are gonna get the parts, and I know there's several guys who already installed the Wing Dante card, and they just pleased. Okay, it is same Brooklyn card there. And some other guy claims that Behringer will do some kind of soft lock to use Wing with their own branded Dante card. Well, I talked with the technicians and here, and it is possible to do the some app to lock, okay, but well, it is a Linux based, the Dante, the whole the set, and there is a kind of the user or brand, they can upload their own app on the fresh ROM. But basically, it just need a time to do it, and it's kind of worthless to invest that way, because it is not a lot of customers that Behringer will have with the Wing Dante. They just forced to go with AES50, right? Anyway, it is possible, but normally like there is another company where the Dante card that I'm using is branded by Kevik. So, and also Audinate will just updating their firmware. The updating the firmware is not by the individual companies. It only available through the Dante firmware updater application provided by Audinate, and all the controls and other things on the Dante is on Dante controller. So there is no other company then Audinate will do anything about Dante thing. Yeah. So I don't think there's a problem there. Okay. So well, and also I think if the Behringer they release the firmware, and except they did some other like protection on it, but if like genuine things, then we can just refresh the ROM, just like when I was into kind of Android routing things for a while for my phone, and something is not working. So there's a way to go with, right? You guys already know. Okay, anyway, so the conclusion for today is everything working good. Everything looks good. There's no fire or no breakdown the wing. And it's just up to network situation that you're gonna have. Okay, so Oh, yeah. One thing that I'm gonna give you a tip is, well, if you are following the whole certification course, and you guys know, but it's like the if you put the Brooklyn card or slot in the wing, there's a two separate thing. So the network side, Dante is another thing, and the communication with the mixer is the other thing. Well, there will be like three IPs used if you have the redundancy, three IPs in the one console, like two for the slot and one for the wing. So totally different. Okay, go to a Dante controller app. So master clock will be the console where the Brooklyn chip within the console. If it's internal or slot, it's the same thing. Okay, and yeah, set that one to the master clock, and there is a little box about the external clock. Yeah, you gotta select that. Okay, so wing and the Brooklyn is separated thing. So the master clock will be the Brooklyn board inside of the wing or slotted one. Okay, and the external clock, that means the wing basic word clock. So check that and go to the wing and set the wing to the word clock into the internal, not Dante, internal. So that way the wing and the internal Brooklyn or slotted one will be the master clock for your whole network system. Okay, I may speak wrong things, so I may speak without proper knowledge, or my limit is, I know what my limit is. Okay, so let me know if you have anything or any mistake that I made. Okay, let me know, please. And again, I'm just falling in love with the wing. I had an experience to use like small mixers through the SSL 9000 or Focusrite, the ISO mixer. Yeah, there is only 10 available in the whole world, designed by Rupert Neve. I had a mix with it, so I had like a whole bunch of experience, Yamaha, Behringer, or Midas, Digico, and Avid, and you name it. I used it almost everything, SSL. So, but the wing is really like, well, not because it is cheap, but the functions and whole the approach that Behringer did as a system, not just a mixer. The Yamaha used to do that. Okay, CNN whole thing was kind of digital mixing system. It does have the I/O patching and all the system configurations and whole things, but this one has the same thing. It's a whole different thing, like DSP and I/O and whole the control surface. Everything is separated, and also the USB thing. So it has the 6 MIDI ports built in, so we can use as the control surface for your recording environment, or hybrid, yeah, that I mentioned on the other videos. So this is a really big thing, and I don't think that any other company will build it for maybe next at least decade, and they're gonna just keep growing, and I love to participate with it, with the whole the possibilities if there's a possible. Okay, I've been talking too much, right? Okay, so yeah, subscribe my channel and press like and spread the words of this good gospel. Okay, thank you. This is Dante. Bye.